Start game now.
Welcome, retro fans, to another edition of the Nose for Gamer. The crazy Michael Jordan Pog is back because we're doing a sports title, and that sport title is Realsports Soccer, or football, for the Atari 2600. Yeah, they made, I think, two versions of this box. One that just says soccer, Realsports Soccer, and one that has the football like this one for our European friends, I suppose. But it's got some, decent artwork, I guess. Guy kind of looks kind of grumpy, and he's doing like a weird dance. But, oh well. And that's one gigantic soccer ball. Watch out, it's coming right behind you. But let's go ahead and put Realsports Soccer, or football, into our Atari 2600 and find out just how well it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Realsports Soccer for your Atari 2600 was published by Atari and carries a copyright date of 1983. It is a limited interactive sports simulator for one or two players where each player controls their own team. If early Atari sports taught us anything, it's that sometime in the future, all sports will be consolidated to two teams of limited players, and this is probably after the government takes over all sports. That's why you usually see a red Republican team and a blue Democratic team. Realsports Soccer is a 3-on-3 soccer game with 3 different skill levels. You can also choose between 5-minute and 9-minute games. And there is also no goalie. I guess that the government has more important things to do, like waste money on bacon bowls for everyone. Actually, that sounds pretty good. Each player in the game is given a third of the screen. There's these invisible barriers that they cannot cross. So the top player's on the top third, the middle guy's in the middle third, and the bottom's on the bottom third, and never shall these three meet. You can use your joystick controller to move your player and to aim your shots and passes. On offense, the button shoots or passes the ball, and on defense, it's used to select a different player to control. But the best part is you can use teleporters. At least the government got that part right. When the difficulty switch is in the B position, it creates a wraparound feature that lets a player exit on one side of the screen and then miraculously appear on the other. Now, we know that there's no way that these guys are fast enough to run around the globe to get to the other side, so it's only logical to assume that it must be teleporters. Now, without the teleporters, I found it very difficult to beat the computer, as the computer often broke away, and due to the controls, I found it hard to stop them from scoring. But once I got used to the teleporting, I found it pretty easy to win. Graphically speaking, I like the large players, but the rest of the field looks pretty dull to me. The sound effects are simple and serve their purpose, but after a while, the whistle sound that kept on showing up got annoying. But this is a family-friendly game. On eBay, this is a very cheap game to get. Loose copies generally went for under $4, complete copies went for $6 to $7, and new copies were going for $10. And that includes the shipping, so sellers were not making a lot of money off this game. So would I recommend Realsports Soccer? Probably not. At first, I found it frustrating, but once I discovered the teleporting, I did have a little bit of fun for a little while, but then the challenge pretty much disappeared, and it took a lot of the enjoyment with it. So where am I going to rank Realsports Soccer? Well, it's going to be kind of low. Let's see, number 18, I got Vanguard, rather play Vanguard. Number 19, I got Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I'd rather try to someday defeat that game again, even though it can be frustrating at times. But at 20, I got Space Jockey, which is, well, it's just plain boring. So I think I'd rather play Realsports Soccer. I did have a little bit more fun with that, so it's going to be my new number 20 game. Hey, I'm a member of the Retro Junkies Network, and so is Ferg, the host of the Atari 2600 Game by Game podcast. He'll be covering this game soon, and you can check him out on iTunes. Thank you guys for giving me a little part of your day. If you enjoy retro videos, would you please click the like and subscribe button? You can also follow me on the Facebook or the Twitter, or just go to either one, search for the Nose for Gamer. Thanks again, guys, and I look forward to seeing you next time right here on the next episode of the Nose for Gamer. Take care. I'm teleporting out.